Every night, 18 maids had to dance on a scorching iron plate. Their feet were burned red raw, but they kept forcing smiles through the pain. Tears mixed with sweat dripping down, sizzling the second they hit the iron. Steam was rising up everywhere across the surface. Most of the maids tapped out after just a few seconds. In the end, only I kept dancing like it was nothing. The young lord watching from below was completely mesmerized, but my little sister had a serious crush on him. After a long moment, I made up my mind. There was no way I was letting the young lord fall for me. So that very night, I grabbed my pillow and walked right into his room. But he didn't even glance at me. He said coldly, "Your sister would never pull something this shameless." Those words completely destroyed my sister's self-esteem. She actually grabbed me and hurled us both off the city wall. But somehow I didn't die. I was reborn, back to the day our father brought us home. My sister and I stood on opposite sides of the room. Father had his official wife choose one of us to raise. In our past life, my sister had chosen the proper, virtuous stepmother, and I ended up with the concubine who could sing and dance. This time around, my sister made her move first. She chose concubine Sue. I realized my sister had been reborn alongside me. My dad was visibly stunned. He always favored her, and he knew she had the highest ambitions of anyone. But now she was walking away from the chance to be raised as the legitimate daughter, and voluntarily going to concubine Sue's side instead. "Linger, why are you doing this to yourself?" "Dad, I've made up my mind. Just let my stepmom take my sister." And before anyone could change anything, she bolted. She rushed straight for concubine Sue's courtyard. As she passed me, she flashed a sneaky little smile. She smirked right at me. "This life, just sit back and watch. You get to be the legitimate daughter who suffers." Oh, I knew exactly what Young Ling was up to. In our past life, all she ever wanted was to be the legitimate daughter. She rushed into the stepmother's arms first. But once she actually got into the stepmother's courtyard, she realized just how naive she'd been. Because even though the stepmother was the official wife, she got zero love from my dad. The whole place was cold as a freezer, and the stepmother had zero interest in competing for his attention. She didn't even try to win him over. She just prayed in the Buddhist hall every single day. Living with her, Jiangling was controlled down to the minute, dragged out of bed before sunrise by the servants. After washing up and changing, straight to the girls' academy in the capital. No rest when she got back either. The stepmother personally watched her work the abacus and go through ledgers, often working until deep into the night. Jiangling was absolutely miserable. The numbers gave her constant headaches. Meanwhile, I was out watching opera with concubine Sue. Her wrists ached from all that writing. Concubine Sue was taking me out to fly kites in the fields. And as we got a little older, fancy social gatherings for young nobles were all over the capital. Concubine Sue dressed me up gorgeous like a flower in full bloom. I could sing and play instruments too. Every young noble in the capital was head over heels for me. They all called me the most beautiful woman in the capital. But nobody paid Jiangling any attention. She had zero talent or charm. The stepmother only taught her household management skills. Completely useless at events like these. But at least she still had the title of legitimate daughter, which gave her a slight edge when it came to matchmaking. Later, she fell hard for the young lord of Yongping Marquise Manor. She knelt in front of the stepmother, refusing to eat or drink. "Please, go to the manor and set up a marriage for me. You're still way too young. We'll discuss this another time. Acting this crazy over a man, you're only asking for trouble. Go copy the Heart Sutra 30 times in the prayer hall." While Jiangling was stuck copying scriptures, I was performing the Lu Yao dance concubine Sue taught me at a gathering. Concubine Sue used to be a professional dancer. The Lu Yao dance was her secret signature move. She watched me dance among the flowers herself. Every move, every smile, pure elegance, setting the hearts of countless noble sons on fire. They say that day, every man in the capital fell for me. This life, my sister didn't hesitate. She chose concubine Sue. She laughed right in my face. Like our family has any real dignity. Being the legitimate daughter is honestly just a joke. Go suffer with that old woman, huh? And yeah, it was rough at the stepmother's place. Walking into her room, it felt like stepping into a frozen cave. Not a single decoration anywhere, just bare tables and chairs, one Buddha statue, and a single incense burner. The stepmother sat with her eyes closed in prayer. Amid the drifting sandalwood smoke, she spoke. "Disappointed, aren't you?" In the past life, my sister must have been completely let down. The disappointment written all over her face the second she walked in. Who could have imagined? The official wife, fallen from grace, reduced to this. Her room even barer than a concubine's. Meanwhile, concubine Sue's room was packed with gold and jade, truly lavish and over the top, dripping with flair. But I calmly placed a piece of agar wood in the incense burner. I think when a room is bare and simple, the heart feels clearer. No amount of gold and jade beats the sunlight coming through that window. Right then, sunlight was quietly spreading across the floor. The stepmother raised an eyebrow. She looked at me, a flicker of surprise in her eyes, clearly not expecting me to say something like that. "You're an interesting girl. All right then, since you're willing to stay with me, I'll take charge of raising you from now on. I'm strict. You might not even like what I teach you. Whatever you teach, I'll learn it, ma'am. I won't slack off for even a second." Mountains of ledgers spread out in front of me, the abacus set up right on the table, the stepmother holding a ruler, her face completely cold. "Focus, no getting distracted. If it happens more than 3 times, I'll smack your palm." Studying ledgers was honestly so boring. Nothing like poetry and carefree leisure. These numbers gave me such a headache. Just telling income from expenses apart was hard enough, let alone spotting patterns in the data. I kept dozing off. That's when the ruler would lightly tap my palm. It didn't actually hurt, but it snapped me right back awake every time. The stepmother put the ruler down. "It's tough, isn't it?" I shook my head first, then thought about it and nodded. "Yeah, it really is. But I know if I don't learn this stuff now, I'll pay for it later. When I marry, I won't be able to run a household. Everyone will take advantage of me for not knowing what I'm doing. That'll be way harder. Everyone has to suffer somehow. I'd rather suffer through learning than suffer from being ignorant. The stepmother's brow lifted slightly. She was once a truly beautiful woman. You could still see traces of that elegance in her face. But now, dressed in plain clothes and devoted to prayer, she carried a deep, quiet stillness. Honestly, I really liked her. She was always a little distant with me. But every time the weather turned cold, she'd sneak in at night and tuck my blanket in, then quietly slip away. But my dad didn't care for her at all. He rarely ever set foot in our courtyard. But that evening, my dad finally showed up. He came to the stepmother's place once a month, just to give his official wife the bare minimum respect. The servants in the courtyard buzzed around excitedly, way livelier than usual, but this time, my dad hadn't even been sitting for half an hour. Before he was already getting antsy. Then singing drifted in from outside the courtyard. Who's singing? A servant boy stepped forward. It's Concubine Sue, teaching Miss Ling to sing. Before long, Concubine Sue swept in like a gust of perfume, dressed to the nines, flashy as ever, dragging the equally overdressed Zhang Ling along. Did you hear Linger singing just now, honey? Isn't she even better than I was back in the day? Remember when we first met at the lake pavilion? I was singing this very song. Didn't think you'd still remember my voice after all this time, dear. I'm not as good as I used to be, but at least I can pass it on to our daughter. Linger, bring your daddy inside and sing it one more time, okay? Daddy, me and Mom have both missed you so much. We've got tea and snacks already in the courtyard. You can eat and listen to me sing. Doesn't that sound good? He was flanked by Concubine Sue on one side, all smiles and charm.